So I don't know anything about the Side Scrollers podcast. Um, However, all I know is that Kirsch is one of these like anti-woke grifters, and anytime I see an anti-woke grifter, my neurons start lighting up because I'm on the hunt. Okay, I'm like sniffing around. Okay, I smell a bitch nearby. Okay, I smell a bitch nearby. I see Kirsch. That's a bitch. All right.
is really mad that Elon Musk exists, and so they decided that the best way to vent their anger about Elon Musk existing is to set Teslas on fire both at the dealership and also in just random people's homes. So they've been attacking like random people as they're driving. If they have a Tesla, they have vandalized Teslas that have been parked in random places. And there have my brain is just not working today. There was like another thing I was gonna
Kirsch, your brain is never fucking working.
say about like the vandalism, and now I can't remember what it was because it was
okay.
fucking weird.
Well, the point is that people are pissed. They're pissed that he's saving everybody money.
How dare you save people money?
That's right. And he's a Grazi. You know, he's
Guys. I do not condone Tesla burnings. I do not condone destroying Teslas. Okay, that's enough. Okay, we got these out of the way.
he's one of the guys. He's one of the the Italian painter, whatever they call Hitler. So he's Hitler, right? And he's a Nazi, right? And as well as Donald Trump, right? This has been well established by everybody who is mentally deranged. But we've seen people literally keying Teslas like they don't know anybody. They're just walking by and literally keying all these cars, putting scratches on them, which is ironic because every single Tesla has its own security system.
Yeah.
So anytime this stuff happens, you know exactly.
All caught on camera.
It's all caught on camera. And then you have like this guy over here who was walking by and got arrested for keying a Tesla here, just kind of like walking over, like he's looking around, put some stuff on the side of it, got his little whatever, and he just felt, hey, look, I've done my job. He was going to the gym. I've done my job. Congratulations. And we got this psycho over.
Another thing is most Tesla users are left-wing, right? Allegedly. Yes. I think that is true. Most Tesla owners are actually left-wing. Because conservatives have been railing against electric vehicles for years. So, yeah, technically most Tesla owners are left-wing. So, yeah, you are in fact keying left-wing owners' Teslas. But if any right-wing person tells you to disavow burning Teslas or keying Teslas, never ever give it to them. Never. All right? They don't deserve it from you. They don't. Because I'm all too happy to admit to another left-winger that keying Teslas is wrong, but I'm not ready to admit to a fucking right-winger that keying a Tesla is wrong. Like, I'm not. In any case, have you considered effective protests and trying to get people to vote differently instead of tantrums like this? Well, yeah, sure, I agree. But, like, again, like, this is a perfect litmus test. Like, this entire keying Tesla thing is a great litmus test for trying to get lefties to never concede to the righties. Right? Because why the fuck would you play by their rules? Why would you play by their rules when they don't even follow the rules? Right-wingers will never, ever, ever concede to any point where you want them to concede on a point. Ever. They don't even admit January 6th is wrong. They think the COVID lockdowns are still like bad. They still think a lot of things are bad. They still deny a lot of things to be bad when you expect them and expect it to be common sense for them to say it's bad. So why the fuck would you give this to them? You would never, ever, in a rational world, because they're not following the same, like, etiquette, you shouldn't follow the same etiquette either. Like, fuck that shit. You shouldn't present yourself as good faith when they don't present themselves as good faith. This is why, like, I would openly advocate for people to not admit that it's wrong. I think that you should deflect. I think that you should go to another point. I think that you should avoid answering the question. Just use the same tactics that they use. Like, fuck it. For example, if I'm talking about it with you in private, right? I would 100% go, yeah, King of Tesla is bad. Yeah, burning down Teslas is bad. Doing X and Y are bad, right? But like if I was talking to a dipshit conservative who will never, ever cede any fucking stupid ass ground, I would never, ever in a million years say King of Tesla is bad. Burning down Tesla is bad. Like when I see shitty Mike guy who is an Asmongold like simp in the chat before I banned him saying, hey, do you disavow burning Teslas? I am never giving that person my disavowal. Never. I'm never doing that. Nope. Not doing it. Fuck you. But conservatives are basically consumed because the woke right and control of big tech. It shouldn't be radical communism to say that the richest person in the world controlling the government at least has some conflicts of interests. No, it shouldn't be. But like, they never cede any ground. They don't. They will defend Elon Musk as an extension of Donald Trump. Are you fucking kidding me? I just love also hate that we have the perfect litmus test. Hillary emails versus VPN Kavanaugh saying exactly. If they can't, guys, if they can't admit that the whole signals shit is worse than the Hillary shit, you shouldn't concede that burning Teslas is bad. You shouldn't concede that King Teslas is bad. Because if they're not willing to cede some ground, then you're also shouldn't be ceding any ground. Because otherwise, the only loss that is being taken is by you. You are the one that is taking the loss. They are not the ones that are taking the loss. They are gaining something by you disavowing something while they will not admit anything themselves. So no, like obviously, right? Are you saying we should put Western values about Japanese ones? When did I say that? You want to point to when I said that? Everyone that shouted lock her up should be calling for their heads. Exactly. But yet, all I hear are crickets. Where? Where the fuck are the people that were there touting about national security when Hillary was around?
Vandalizing random citizens' cars because it's a brand of car they don't like. Only Nazis buy that car. How could you? And it's a depressing kind of point of view that we have gotten to this point. And like anything you say to sort of be like, we're the ones who have been victimized over and over again, you just get laughed at because they're like, well, you can't be victimized. You're white, or you're a man, or you're, part of the black face of white supremacy if you're not fitting one of their normal bubbles. Like, They just have a canned response that they've been taught to say to anyone trying to point out, like, hey, we're the ones being attacked, we're the ones being silenced, we're the ones being oppressed, and you guys have been holding all of the power in government, in education, institutionally. It's a strange cognitive dissonance where you can't talk about reality with any of these people, because not only do they not live in reality, but they can't understand facts or evidence that you show them. They have their narrative, and
it's kind of interesting to see people like Kirsche like literally not live in reality, consuming alt media and living in her own fucking bubble of like conspiracy theories and fabricated information, and she's just like fucking jerking herself off for consuming conspiracies and shit, and complaining about how people on the left aren't engaged in reality when these people are like literally the most like cognitive dissonance non-reality motherfuckers like in the world ever. It's so cringe, dude. Like these people are like giga cringe. Jesus Christ. I think it would be voluntary association to make Elon Musk to be the second richest man by making his stock price go down. Yeah.
That's all that they can parrot.
True. Good.
Well, they are parroting it to an extreme degree and taking it to next level, even to the point to where climate activists have got into the act, who once again 2-3 years ago were championing electric cars. They have gone to Tesla dealerships now and are spraying their shit all over Tesla dealership. These are climate activists that were championing this brand 2 years ago, but they're so broken. And by the way, how stupid do you have to be to go?
Okay, is it really so hard to believe that people would be against Tesla now? Really? Is it okay? They're really saying that people cannot make up their minds when it makes perfect sense. You would first be for Tesla because it's an electric vehicle that is good for the environment. Now, when the CEO is like fully MAGA, right? Would you not be against Tesla? Obviously, you would be against Tesla because as circumstances change, people's perspectives on different things change. So I can't believe like these people would be like, oh my gosh, these lefties who were once so pro-Tesla and so pro-electric cars would suddenly turn around and be anti-electric car. Bitch, what is the right wing doing? So before you guys were so anti-electric cars and now you guys are suddenly pro-electric cars because Elon Musk is the head of like government efficiency? Is that like what we are on about now? It's kind of crazy how far like stretching their cognitive dissonance is, because their cognitive dissonance is telling them that the whole flip-flop of Tesla opinion only applies to the left, but for the right, oh, once electric cars are bad, oh, nobody wants to own them, they're lame, they're bad cars, and then now you're trying to make electric cars palatable towards right-wing losers. Is that the kind of narrative that we're on now? But just imagine this, because the people who own the least electric cars, the state that owns the least electric cars are the red states. But the states that own the most electric cars are the blue states. So, like, good luck trying to get that to work. Good luck trying to get, Tesla to start selling, in these red states where they glorify Ford, all these like manly, badass American related aesthetics. I imagine people that like environmentalism wouldn't like autocratic deregulation of the environment. Yeah, but then they don't realize that. Well, it's more like they have cognitive dissonance. These people are delusional. They're actually delusional, all right? Like, these people are like the biggest locals on the internet, all right? Just think of the worst locale out there. These people are worse than that, okay? Trumpers and Trump himself and Elon Musk are like the biggest locales in the world, probably.
And film this. Like, we see you. You're like, he's an 18-year-old kid. You got an 18-year-old they, them next to him. And they're over here talking about how it's the last generation.
Bro, is that guy a midget on the left?
I think that's a woman.
Please tell me again this is not a cult. It's unbelievable. And, we're talking of, once again, the Canadian government. All right, this is in Canada, of all things, of course, which
wow.
Canada is just California and just above
Basically.
us. Right. And I know there's some base people in Canada, but it's, man. And then once again, it's all the way out west in Hawaii.
I've started buying Canadian whiskey because fuck the red states right now. Honestly, because as a person, if you have enough money right now to get past the tariffs, then you should by all means do it, because fuck it. I don't hate rich people. I think if rich people and people with money want to show their support for Canada, then go ahead and do it, okay? Because right now, Canada is going to be hit hard. So yeah.